What's up, people? We are Tottenham TV, and the the watch-along experience with a twist to have a rival fan has most certainly gone to plan. I took a lot of stick from you, and we ran our mouths, didn't we, both of us? But Sammy's staying on here because he's a good sport. He's been a good sport. We had another fan. It's been me and Marlon here today. So 2-0 Tottenham. Let's go to Marlon first because we won. So Marlon,
let's get the Spurs view first.
Let's get the Spurs view first. What have you got to say about that?
First half was probably the most boring game I've seen since last week.
Since West Ham, yeah.
But both teams, it looked like Chelsea was more dictating the game, and it was just, they just had nothing up front, and it was kind of playing into our hands. But second half, we seemed to step it up, and once Skip got the first goal, we were just on top.
What a goal.
What a goal as well to get as well. If you're going to score for Spurs and you're, been brought up a Spurs fan, that is the way to do it. But yeah, the second half performance again was a bit like last week where we've played really well. Everyone's done their job and you can't get any better than that, especially when we're playing Chelsea. I said it was going to be 1-0 either way. I was confident, but seeing that they've actually put in a performance, you can't complain. It's just hopefully they can take this on now, because that's 2 games in a row where we've got 2 good performances in the second half and not conceded, which is the brightest thing so far. So yeah, let's see how the next couple of weeks go, because we've got Sheffield United on Wednesday, and then some big games coming up for us.
Away, I believe, isn't it?
And we've got some winnable fixtures, as they say, coming up in the next few weeks, and it's time now to get this season kick-started and in a positive direction.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say on top of that before we speak about do you know what, like you said, it's a very disciplined performance again. Every single player did what they had to do. The first half was shocking again. I mean, let's face it, not just Tottenham. Chelsea didn't bring anything to the party as well. But I have to say, obviously, we got the goals. Ollie Skip, goal number 1, and then obviously a man that just scores for fun. Got goal number 268. There's another in a London derby. But I have to say, in all my years of watching football and watching it, I have never seen you lot in such a complete even when you got rid of Jose, Conte, and all the managers you've had through Abramovich, there was something there, and there was even when you sat Jose the second time and everyone was going mad, you started playing good football immediately. I have never ever seen Chelsea in this so much disarray. So what's your opinion of the game and where you go from here?
It's time to go. I'd say. No, the game was just so boring, from a Chelsea standpoint. I just didn't see anything whatsoever. We didn't play well at all. There was, I said, there was no glimpses of it. There were a few glimpses when we were doing that one-touch football.
Yeah,
and stuff
that was a good move.
But even then, it just didn't it didn't result to anything. I mean, Spurs played well, but we were just rubbish again for another week.
So what did you make? What did you make of us on the day?
Today?
Only on today.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a good goal. The technique Skip did was really nice. Really good technique. Kepa definitely should have saved it though. I think Mendy's saving that all day long, definitely.
Okay.
I think he was complaining Koulibaly was in front of him or he couldn't see or something. But even still, it was the middle-ish of the goal. He should have saved it. The second goal,
your boy.
I'm gonna have to.
Your boy.
Mount needs to do better there.
He's probably worried about getting his hair a little bit out of place.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He's ducking down, and Dyer just wants it more.
Well, listen, let's face it.
I mean, Dyer is bigger than him.
That's what I was about to say. They are bigger, but
they're Dyer really. Dyer always gets there from a corner.
But what I will say, you need to have that determination, that aggression to say, right, this ball's mine.
Yeah.
And he has just let Dyer come in and just easily win that ball. But if you had to pick your man of the match, Marlon, who are you going for?
I'm going to be a bit controversial and go for Harry Kane. Not because of his goal, but he's off the ball work today and everything that he done. I think if he didn't score today, a lot of people are going, oh, Harry Kane won in the game. But actually what he did in dropping off, it made Koulibaly and Fofana think, and they just couldn't handle him just dropping off. And it just meant that Royale and Davis could also support. So I'd probably give it to Kane. just ahead of Skip. I thought Skip was brilliant. Højbjerg was brilliant as well in the middle of the park. But yeah, I think Kane will go unnoticed today. But as a former striker myself, I saw what he did. And I'd love to be playing alongside him, next to him, and if he was putting in performances like that. His goal just topped off what I thought was a great performance by him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the person that you said second. I think Ollie Skip today. Again, we have to talk about this. When Bentancur picked up that injury in that battering at Leicester, everyone was fearing the worst, especially going into the San Siro and putting Sarr and Skip together. Yeah. But they have also come in and done something. They've both put in their performances where they needed. Skip, I believe, started against West Ham last week because of a slight injury problem, and this is what I was told. So they were not willing to risk him. Obviously, he had a great performance, so he's kept the shirt. Well, he's done it again. Also, there's a super chat just coming from Powder TCG saying credit to Foster, solid work by him today.
Agreed.
Can't argue with that.
Because that's another one where a lot of us, especially after the Leicester game, were thinking, oh my God, here we go. We're going to be conceding goals. And he was quite slow reacting down to some of them. But I think the save against Bowen last week has also given him confidence. And also the goal he conceded in Milan, because actually everyone looked at him and went, what a save, even though we conceded from it. But he, again, has done really well today.
Did he have to make any good saves today?
Not today.
No, he did when he came out for the penalty.
Two one-on-ones.
That could have been a penalty. That could have been a... But
he has to time it right as well. And that's the thing as a goalkeeper sometimes, when you're not needed for so long and you do come out in that situation, you have to time everything correct. And he did. Because probably at Southampton, he was probably used a lot more. But in games like for us, that's the problem. And that's what you have to think about today with Chelsea. And that's concerning for them, is that they didn't actually... They had one shot on target in the first half and didn't even trouble at Foster. And Foster's, had a decent game today as well.
So here we go. Let's I'm going to be controversial again right now. Because I said, I can't remember what stream I was on, or if I was on a Twitter space before the West Ham game. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what, if we put in a performance like we did against Man City, when do you start worrying that when we have Stellini on the sideline, we're putting in performances, and when Conte's there, and I said, is this a show that, not that they're not playing for Conte, but are they playing under fear when Conte's on that touchline? And freedom when Stellini's there. Now, I'm going to say, I am Conte in for as long as that man wants to stay at the club.
I mean,
I think he needs to. There's things he needs to change. But again, it's another win. It's another clean sheet, and there's talk of Conte maybe being back for Sheffield United. There's talk of it maybe being Wolves or whatever.
He shouldn't come back. It's health.
Yeah, like we said, it's health. What do you think? I mean, Stellini at the moment is getting the job done, isn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? I think there's been so many things that's happened to Conte this season personally.
Yep.
I think that's kind of affected what he's done with the team as well. And maybe with Stellini coming in, he's taking it back to old Conte. And all the things that Conte used to do before, and it's like you need to go back to how you used to be, where especially parts of last season, where towards the end we were playing great football and everyone forgot about that. So it may be a case of that at the moment, you're probably half right. The fear's gone. And they're looking at it going, actually, this is the way we want to play. And Stellini's bringing that in right now. And 2 games, and he's got 100% record at the moment. You can't ask any more than that.
Yep.
And it's worrying at the same time, because you're like, if Conte comes back, will they play exactly how they did against Leicester? AC Milan, let's be honest, it wasn't a terrible game. It was just a terrible performance on both parts.
There's just no creativity.
Creativity, which again, that was down to Conte in the subs, and maybe that's the slight difference.
And Stellini played well as well.
Stellini makes the subs a lot earlier than Conte does.
Yeah.
Apart from today, but it was justified why he didn't make them today. But you look at last week, so you kind of have to go in a situation where there may be something to it. But let's get more games under our belt before we start going.
No, of course. I mean, we've got to look at it now. Realistically, Sheffield United away in the Cup on Wednesday.
Yep.
Could be going into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Which it's the cup I want badly. I love that FA Cup. We should be able to get through that. It won't be an easy game.
No.
But who knows? Hopefully, there will be a lot of rotation for that game. We'll see some players. Maybe Sarr will start. Maybe Danjuma will start. Richarlison could start in the middle, like we've been dying for.
And bring Kane on later.
Kane could be rested. I think he needs it. And then Wolves and Milan, so we've got a busy time. You've still got to play Dortmund, haven't you? Seriously, what is it? 1-0 to the and is the second leg with you, or is it in Germany?
It's in Germany. Is it in Germany?
No, it's over here.
It's over here.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of tension on that game, and obviously you're not playing in the FA Cup, so you won't have midweek football. Who you got next?
I don't know.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, the biggest question for you right now
I don't
is
even care at this
where,
point.
what do you do with Potter right now? Where do you go from here with
Just
Potter?
fire him. That's it.
But if you fire him. Who comes in to take over the team? Do you bring Gus Hiddink back for the 85th time as?
Yeah, because you got to think we're now
Avram Grant.
mid-Feb, so you're kind of anyone who's at a team, you're gonna have to pay ridiculous amount of money for if you want it to be long term.
Who cares? Pay the money. I don't know. Let's get Tuchel back.
Well, mate, he's available, but yeah, we'll end it there. We're going to be on with the fan show shortly, which
Someone
will be.
keeps asking about the red card. Did you think it was a red?
Do I think it was a red?
Yeah.
Do I think it was a red? No, I don't think it was a red.
Okay.
But I thought once it was given.
The VAR get it
Imagine
right.
if it was a red.
No.
The
Listen,
VAR get it right.
no, that's not what was right. The referee found a loophole which was wrong.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's not. Is it wrong though? Because if he gets a second chance to look at it, yeah, there's a loophole.
So get ready to see about 13 yellow cards a game, because everyone's going to find a bloody loophole. Oh, I'm going to send you off.
The people are saying definite red.
I don't think it was. If it was like that, if it had been like that.
The first contact was below, like I said, below the head. So that's where I agree.
And again, do you know what? Do you know the thing about it as well was the length of time it took to do all that, just to go through that. But hey ho, who cares? We beat Chelsea. Chelsea.
I wonder how that would have changed the game though. Maybe we would have played better.
Let's have a look. Let's just have a quick check of the league. You might not like this part.
Okay, I want to see you.
But do you know what? That's actually quite important about you're about to check the league. It's important we did win today, especially with Newcastle not playing.
So yeah, we're 4 points clear of Newcastle.
Yep.
But Newcastle got 2 games in hand.
Yep. Very, very important.
We are 9 points behind Liverpool, or ahead of Liverpool. They've got 2 games in hand.
Yeah, which is
and we are 11 points behind Brighton, but they have 3 games in hand. So there's a bit of a cushion that has opened up.
Which we needed.
Which we do need. We are back in 4th place.
Yeah.
I would still. Are you top 4 in Champions League and no FA Cup, or Europa League and FA Cup?
Mate, I'll take 10th in an FA Cup right now.
There we go.
Right, so yeah, the problem I've got is if we finish 4th, I want to see Champions League quality players come in next season.
Yep.
I don't want to see. No offense to them. I don't want to see the Richarlisons, Bassoumans and stuff. I want to see Champions League quality. I want to see the Van der Vaarts. All right, but if you're not going to do that, you might as well just be in the Europa League and get on with it.
Yep.
And just try and do better in the league every season.
All I'm saying, I'm not going to.
We got Leeds next, by the way.
You got Leeds. Oh, that's Chelsea or.
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
Oh, that's all. Chelsea Leeds is always a nasty game. But we're gonna finish by. I know we're talking Chelsea on the Spurs team, but we're gonna end by saying that you're 10th. You are. Let's have a look. You are 6 points off 15th.
How far Everton behind them?
And you are only 9 points off Leeds United, 10 from Everton.
I'm physically knackered. You can see, I'm just drained.
And now you're off to Sports Direct to try and get a refund.
I'm gonna get a refund on this. I bought it today. That's for sure. I'm not paying 80 quid for a shirt, and at least I've got the boxing to look forward to.
Well, there you go. Well, we'll leave it there. Everyone, we will be back for the fan show in about 20 minutes or so. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always.